maybe it does need to be reviewed. Let's do that with other countries and change some of the legal framework around this. That could be a perfectly good solution to this, or at least part of the thinking. Totally up for that. But it does not change the fact that we need somewhere to put these people now, today, tomorrow, next week. And I still haven't really heard from anyone.
What happens when a simple question about immigration turns into a heated clash over facts, responsibility, and political reality? In this video, we're breaking down a tense LBC exchange where journalist Lewis Goodall is challenged by a caller who believes he has the perfect argument to expose what he sees as hypocrisy. The caller comes in with a familiar talking point. If people support helping asylum seekers, why don't they personally open their own homes? It's a question designed to put the other person on the defensive, a gotcha moment that sounds powerful at first glance. But as the conversation unfolds, Lewis Goodall doesn't simply react emotionally. Instead, he challenges the logic behind the argument and forces the discussion back to a bigger question. How should a country actually deal with complicated issues like asylum, housing, and immigration policy? The exchange quickly becomes a wider debate about whether political opinions should require individuals to personally solve entire national problems, or whether governments and institutions exist precisely to handle challenges that affect millions of people. Stay until the end as we break down the arguments, the key moments from this debate, and why this conversation reveals the deeper divisions surrounding immigration in modern Britain. Before we dive into the full story, comment where you're watching from, and don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss the next one.
Lewis, why can't you put one up?
Why can't I put one up in my own home?
Yeah, why not? All these people, all you, Lineker,
Right.
Mandelson,
Right.
Cameron, all got these houses renting out. Why don't you put one up?
Well,
We'll soon get round it. There's a lot of people who want them in, who say, let them in, welcome, put them up, and then we see the goodwill.
right, so Dal, so what you're saying is that the choice that someone who is simply asking a question, I haven't really said what I think about it, I'm just asking the question about where they're going to go. You're saying that the choice is that either they are in my home or they're on the street. Is that the policy outcome that you're really suggesting?
Oh, yeah, why don't you
Right.
put them up? You're
Okay.
all for them.
You're right,
All
it's-
these people who say
You're
they're
right.
welcome.
You're right.
You're
Yeah,
Lineker.
it's on me. You're right. It's on
You've
me.
got Cameron.
So-
You've
so-
got Cameron.
so
he
Del-
rents his house out up Notting Hill.
So Del,
Why can't he let them in it?
So Del, me thinking that like there shouldn't be, in an ideal world there shouldn't be homelessness. It's therefore on me to take on all the homeless people in my
Agreed.
own home, is it?
No, not the homeless people.
Oh,
These
well, there we
poor
go. But it's
refugees.
exactly the same principle. It's exactly the same principle.
not the same
I'm against
principle.
something.
Look,
Yes, it is. Okay, so let's say I think there should be an extra school in my street. Is it incumbent upon me to run the school myself?
Would you be capable of it?
Well, maybe, I don't know. But like, my point is it? So you're basically saying that
I'm
if you've got
talking the truth.
no, if you're basically
I'm telling the
you're
truth.
basically saying you're basically saying that if one person has a political view about something, if it's basically up to you to do it yourself. If I want a hospital in my street, it's up to me to get the hospital myself, is it?
No, don't, Lewis. See, look, now you're going away for it, and you're going with a different analogy
Different what?
to go take it all. Don't look. You're trying to make me look small.
I'm not.
The fact of it is,
I'm
the
trying to
fact of
ask
it
you.
is, you got the likes of you. You got the Linekers of this world. You got the Camerons, right?
I believe that
Lord
Lineker did
Cameron.
actually. I believe Lineker actually took in a refugee. Actually, did take someone in, as a matter
For
of
how
fact.
long? For how
I
long?
don't know. I'd
For how
have to
long?
ask him. I think it was
Who
over
said
a
he's
year.
got- He's got 6 bedrooms. Yeah, it was 6 bedrooms. He's got.
Dal, all I'm
Come
saying,
on.
Dal, honestly, this is a really simple question, right? And let's be real here, right? Let's be real.
Go on, then.
Let's be real. My question to you is, where do you think... Like, look, we can all agree that in an ideal world, these people would not be here. We can all agree with that. We've got limited resources. It's really tough. It's really difficult, right? We can all agree that. But the fact is that while they're being processed, they do have to have somewhere to go. And my simple question to you is where you think they should go in a realistic way, if it's not hotels. And not my back bedroom.
Back to where they come from.
Yeah, but what
you've
do you
got,
do?
You've got that one on TikTok. He was in Germany. Put it on TikTok. He's over in 2 days. They trace him in Germany. He's got sacked from his job because he's lazy, and next thing he's sitting in a hotel here.
Yeah, but Dal,
come off it
but Dal,
now.
yeah, but Dal,
Come off
I know,
it.
I hear what you're saying, Dal, genuinely, but the difficulty is that it's all very well saying where they came from, but for example, let's say someone comes from Afghanistan. We don't have a returns agreement with that. No, you can't just say that. What do you mean? We can't just say that. We can't fly people in. We can't fly people in.
Lewis.
We don't have a returns agreement. What are you going to do? Parachute them in? Airdrop them in? What are you going to do? Seriously,
right.
How do you take someone back to Afghanistan?
Flights. You take no more flights from Afghanistan.
They're not coming
Pakistan
in from.
And all that.
They're not coming in on flights. They're coming on boats.
No, you take more. You don't have no more dealings with them.
There are no direct flights from Kabul to London, so that's gone. So let's say that.
Look, they're not all Afghanistanis. You take it from me.
No,
right?
no, they're not. But there's a huge number. Afghanistan is just an example, Del. I'm just saying, when you don't have a returns agreement, it's all very well to say, just send them back. That's very simple. They would do if they could. They can't. So my question to you is,
can I just say one thing,
where do you
Lewis,
put? Please do,
right?
Please do, Del.
Can I give you one answer? I'll
Please,
give you
go
one
on.
question
No, please
to
do.
you. Tell me why they get asylum here from these countries, right? And I know it. I work in the building, right? You tell me why they get asylum, and as soon as they get asylum, I know Eritreans, right, who's gone back for 6 weeks holiday.
Right. Well, I mean,
how can you be running away from all this and then they go back for holiday?
You will accept, though, Del, that there will be people who have genuine need of asylum.
I'll tell you how many of them are in genuine need of asylum. You'd be lucky to get 1 in 100.
On what basis do you say that, Del?
Yeah, Lewis.
No,
I'm a Londoner. I've been round the place all my life, right? I work in the building. I see it. I've got 2 eyes in my head, and I see it and I hear things.
No, but I'm just saying.
I hear things. If you heard.
All right. Well, I hear things as well. I hear that there are people who are in genuine need of asylum. Where does that get us? We can all say I hear things.
I just look. Do you run off? Are you married, Lewis?
I am. Yes.
Do you run up and leave the family at home and go and get on a boat and go somewhere, run through about a dozen countries and go somewhere, put on a boat and go over onto there? Leave the wife and kids at home. That don't matter.
Why would I do that?
Eh? Well, this is what they're doing, aren't they?
Yeah,
Where's the kids? Where's the women?
But I don't live in a country that's in civil war, yet at least.
Yeah. It's the ruination of this country. The ruination. I've seen it. I'm just coming to the end of my time, right? I ain't got a long left. I'm an old 66, right?
Oh, don't say that, Del. You've got plenty of time. 66, that's not an old man.
Fact. Look, it's fact, right? And what's being left for the kids, I hold my breath. I feel sorry for them. I look at them and I feel sorry for them.
Well, look, Del.
And on that,
all right, Del.
Well, see you later on, Lewis.
All right. Well, I appreciate your time, Del, and I appreciate the spirited and I hope respectful conversation on both sides. Del, there. I do understand why people are so. I do understand why people are annoyed. I really do, and I think something has got to be done clearly because it is undermining. It's not good for the genuine asylum seekers. And it's not good for the immigration system. It's not good for people's sense of control. It's not good for people's sense of cohesion. So maybe we do have to think really radically about what we do, but it doesn't to try and stop people coming. But I would be up to, you know what, like, and the window's moved in my own thinking on this. The ECHR, European Convention on Human Rights, I think that we shouldn't withdraw from it unilaterally, but there are a lot of countries out there. Maybe the asylum legal architecture does have to be reviewed. It was written in the 1940s. Maybe it does need to be reviewed. Let's do that with other countries and change some of the legal framework around this. That could be a perfectly good solution to this, or at least part of the thinking. Totally up for that. But it does not change the fact that we need somewhere to put these people now, today, tomorrow, next week. I still haven't really heard from anyone.
The conversation takes a sharp turn when the caller introduces what he believes is his strongest argument. If someone supports helping asylum seekers, then why don't they simply invite people into their own homes? At first, it may sound like a challenging question, but when you actually examine the logic behind it, the argument starts to fall apart. Supporting a policy or believing a problem should be addressed does not mean one individual must personally solve an issue that involves an entire country. Lewis Goodall highlights this perfectly by comparing it to other public issues. Almost everyone agrees that homelessness is a serious problem, but that does not mean every person who wants homelessness reduced should be expected to turn their own home into emergency accommodation for everyone on the streets. The same principle applies to hospitals, schools, housing, and countless other public services. People can believe something needs to change while also recognizing that governments, institutions, and society as a whole have a responsibility to find solutions. What makes the moment even more interesting is that the caller appears frustrated when his gotcha question doesn't land the way he expected. The argument seems designed to put Lewis on the defensive, but instead, Lewis turns it around and exposes the weakness in the comparison. The caller then returns to the example of public figures like Gary Lineker, questioning why people who support refugees do not personally accommodate more people. But again, the discussion moves away from slogans and back toward reality. When Lewis explains that simply saying, "send them back," is not always a practical solution, especially when countries may not have agreements or legal arrangements to accept returns, the response becomes much more complicated than the original claim suggests. This exchange represents a much bigger issue in the immigration debate: the difference between simple answers that sound appealing and solutions that actually work in the real world. Complex problems rarely have easy fixes. The challenge is finding policies that balance security, fairness, compassion, and practicality, rather than reducing everything to arguments designed for social media. And that is exactly why debates like this matter. Because behind every political argument are real people, real consequences, and decisions that cannot be solved with one simple talking point.